Welcome to our home. Hi, how are you? I'm just gonna say so you can hear me. Yeah, it looks well. Looks fine. How are you guys? Welcome to our home. We finally made it. Woo woo. How are you guys doing out there? I forgot. You know what? Ventus was gonna work late today and is working late. Hi, Sunset Saints Abacus. A while since I last saw you. How are you, my friend? Something just got on my glasses the moment I saw your name. How are you doing? So, Bembus is working late today, and I was gonna stream yesterday, but then we got this truckload of, oh, I've actually forgotten. Oh dear. Guys, I gotta check something. We got a truckload delivered of, let me just check something. Hang on. Of firewood. Hang on, guys. I'm sorry. Yeah, we got a trailer of firewood delivered to us on Sunday. And then they said that they were gonna leave it on the trailer for us. And then they said you can call us or send us a text message when you have emptied the trailer. And so we thought, all right, well, both of us are working, so let's do this next week. And we thought this would be brilliant, you know, this would be perfect. And then on Monday, they said, well, could you have it ready for Wednesday, actually? And we went, oh, yeah, sure. And so I had a little bit of wood shifting to do yesterday. So today, Bembus is working late, so I thought, well, why not do a stream today instead, you know? But I completely forgot that Luna is streaming today. I just saw before I got online, I just saw that she went live as well. Ah, it was not intentional. Lazy today, yeah. You guys, I got the lighting situation in here is not very good. I apologize. I got a light bulb in my face. But this is our home. This is a room that we have not used before. Or we have friends staying over here as a little bit of a guest room, but that was a long time ago now. And we have not used it since. And then we set everything up. And to be able to sit and stream from home. And is it working? Am I lagging or is it working? Because we had no internet connection at our house before. And the antenna that we then bought is actually on, it's in the ground at the moment, providing somewhat of an internet connection. It's going up on the roof any day now. But right now it's in the ground. So is this working? Because it's wonderful if it is. Hi, good evening, Emma. Hi, my friend. How are you? Boo! How are you? I feel so awful. I completely forgot. I was supposed to meet up with them when they were to come get the trailer, and I completely forgot because I was fixing everything with with the stream. But they're not answering me right now, so I have to hope all is okay. It was ready to pick up anyway, but I wanted to be there and say hi. I'm doing well. Yeah. Beautiful having you here, my friend. So I spoke to you before, guys, about this individual who I helped with their stomach. I don't know if you remember. It was someone who had had this surgery to lose weight, and things went dire, and their tummy didn't quite work afterwards. And the doctors told them that they should be experiencing this kind of symptoms, and they were experiencing something entirely different. And so I went in and I helped, and their tummy is actually doing better than it has been for many years. 40 years, they told me. And this person called me back today, or we had a little healing session today, and I spoke with them, and they said that now also, because I don't know if you remember, I said I was also asked to go in to help the heart, and their heart doctor called yesterday after they having a what's it called in English? Well, where they check the heartbeat and the heart functioning. And the doctor called them back yesterday and said, you are actually healthy. And they have had very difficult heart disease all their lives, or at least in many years. So they didn't really know, they or the doctor didn't really know what to make of it. So if this was, and we're thinking it was due to every circumstance, they really are doing the best to improve their health and taking care of themselves and feeling less stressed. And also the healing, actually, it felt like it could be part of it. And if it is, isn't that just amazing? Isn't that absolutely lovely? And it makes me so joyous and happy, and I'm just jumping in my seat right now for what that could mean for the future, you know? So they still have to take medications for precaution measures, but their heart doctor said that they're actually healthy, they're well. They couldn't see nothing. I mean, isn't it amazing? Yeah, so am I, Emma, so am I. So wonderful. Oh, and since last time, no, I had done my initiation last time, I think. But now I'm starting to work with energies that we have started with, and it is just such an amazing feeling. I love sharing this journey with you. It's so beautiful. So today, I just wanted to have this little chill, beautiful, comforty stream where we just enjoy this day or afternoon or morning, depending on where you are, and just having a beautiful, beautiful time. The queue is up and running, so if anyone would like an energy reading or a healing or a transference, just type !joy in chat and you will be put in queue. I do have a couple of people who are pending from earlier streams, but they are also not here at the moment. But it will say that people are pending. But then if you want to join the queue, you will be in first place now. Yeah. I can tell you something else. And for some of you, I already told you this. But my grandmother, she had these small figurines. This one, for example, she had this little fixture on the wall fixture, where she had these photo against, right? And each time I would go to her, I would take one of them home. So she would give me one of them, I could pick one, each time we were there to visit. And when she then passed, she lived quite far away from us at the time, I should say. And when she passed, they all went to me, and also the wall fixture. They're replying now. Hang on. The trailer folk. No, it was not them. Okay. I'm sorry, I'm just half present in my mind, waiting for them to pick the trailer up. I think that was probably what I heard before, and I didn't even notice. I didn't even register. Yeah. So when she passed, we all went to meet the figures and the wall fixture, and I just love small figurines, right? I just adore them. And come Christmases and birthdays and just years and time in general, I would pick up different figurines from different places, right? And people would gift them to me, and I've always wondered, what can I do with them? I want to have them. I don't want to get rid of them. And I was thinking for many years, I was thinking maybe I could use them as a little inspiration when doing art. So if I was gonna sculpt, maybe I could have the figurines as inspiration. Maybe I could use them as something decorative in the house, but more than just what they are as figurines, but make something out of them. But I don't want to hurt them. It feels like when you look at those DIYs where people cut them in half and use them for various different applications, and it's fine, it's beautiful, but I feel I can't. It feels like I would hurt them, so I couldn't do that. And if you just put them up on the wall, they just collect dust. So I didn't know what to do with them. And then we moved home and we set this streaming room up. And then it occurred to me, I can be using them when I work as these small little focus points, right? So the same way I use the fire or the water or the crystals or the stones, I could also be using these small figurines. So I have some of them. I have the wall fixture that she had. I have it right here next to me. And on it, in it, I have all these different figurines. And also next to me, right here, I got some more. Just a couple of them, you know. So I was thinking it could be used in them when working. Hi, poets! Aww. Yeah, this is our home. This is our home. Am I lagging? Because I'm lagging for myself. Have we lost me, or is all well? No, it was just my own streaming. Yeah. But this is our home. We found our way home. So this is our guest room. It used to be. And now it's a little streaming room. And over there you can see the pillows. It's where I do my healing from. Right there. And the cats used to come in and sit, or use, sorry. Oh, sorry. Oh, don't touch the cameras. The cats, it was so beautiful actually. I had a healing client a couple of days back, and Mickey, one of our cats, he was lying there when I was preparing everything, and he was there also when providing the healing, and he was part of it. Touching him and petting him made that energy go into the calming energy go into the healing energy in the distance healing for this client. And what was so beautiful was that after this session I had another client, And what happened was when I switched energy, so not me switching, but switching between clients, another one of our cats came and they changed places. So he said, okay, now my energy is needed. And so he lay down and, all this being my colleagues. I can show you the different figurines if you like. I can show you, Emma, you already seen these, but I have here on the table, aisle 3, that is always stood on the table. If not, the cats come and have them down and knock them down. But this one on the table is 2 dragons, a beautiful wooden deer or elk, depending on, no, not elk, but a deer of some description. I don't think it's a reindeer, it's a deer. And, of course, whoop, whoop, the Big Ben. And these 3 truly make up me. I have always considered myself being a dragon, even before going into telepathy, and so I thought myself of having been a dragon before, and this was an energy that was very close to mine. And there are energy workers who work with the energy of dragons, and I'm not gone into that, but I think it's beautiful that it's there. But I always consider myself being a dragon. I had these years where I would talk to my friends asking if they could see my wings and such, and it was just part of me, I felt, and I was certain I could fly when I was younger. So I taught flying classes in preschool. Yeah. I would have my peers climb up these stretches we'd be playing at, and then I had them jump down into the sand. It wasn't dangerous, of course. It was meant for being jumped off of, so to say, and so to speak. And I would ask them to jump off, and then I would tell them each time that they found their wings in the air. So they would jump further and further in my eyes, flying or soaring, as it were. So I actually taught flying classes when I was younger. So that's me. So this was given to me by a dear friend of mine, actually in 12th grade, I think. So it was a long time afterwards. They were very much into D&D as well, so they gave me that. And then this one, this is to represent my home. So I come from up north, or my relatives come from up north, my family come from up north, and I was asked by my then mother one time, where do you feel at home? Where's your home? Because I've been moving around so much, or not too much, but I've been moving around, and so she wondered, where do you feel like home is? And I would answer, in the cabin up north. So this is to represent that. And then, of course, the last little thing, Big Ben. No explanation needed, right? The other part of me, British. Yeah, my other home. Paga, hi. You found my stream through a friend. Could not have been Luna, can it? I didn't. Oh, this wasn't intentional, Paga. It wasn't intentional to stream at the same time. I just didn't think. I apologize. Beautiful seeing you, Paga. I met a purple dragon while astral projecting. Oh, really? It was intimidating. They're such beautiful, beautiful creatures. I always felt the presence of them, And when consider myself a dragon, I always, the home for me in that body were to be on the other side of the moon. I always felt that connection to the moon, and on the other side would be this land of dragons. Was how it was for me. And I've seen them, but it was a long time ago. But maybe I should start working with their energy again. Who knows? But I always considered myself being one. Salsa Bad Girl gifted a sub to Poet. Thank you so much, Salsa. Thank you so much. And congratulations, Poet. I think I know who you are, Salsa. Love to you, my friend. Oh, my friend is called Sarah. Really? Hmm. Yeah, it's our home, Becca. Is that a vault? Which one do you need? Do you mean? Oh, no, this is a fireplace. It's a stove. It's a little. Maybe it does look like a vault. It's an old-fashioned fire burner, or how do you say? It was supposed to be cozy to make a cozy feeling, but now people start to think about money instead, Paga. I think the same dragon was present when I received my Reiki attune. Did we not talk about you and dragons before about it, or was that Tara? I think because we were talking about this process that we wanted to do together, and I think dragon energy was part of it. I think it was you. It's definitely part of it, though. Maybe it was Tara, but you do have that in common. Yeah. I think it was Tara, yeah. Stream is such a welcome interruption to the standard workday. Oh, we're just having a very... There you are, Salsa! Hi, my friend. Thank you so much. We're just having a very calm and beautiful stream today. I just feel so awful for forgetting to greet them when they came to pick up the trailer. It's fine. Yeah. So I can show you my figurines. Like I said, if anyone would like a healing or an energy reading or a transference, just as usual, put exclamation mark joy in chat and you'll be putting Q. I'm just gonna bring the queue up. There it is. Okay. So I can show you my favorites. For some reason, I've always loved this one. Also gifted to Pega. It means so much. Thank you so much. Lovely of you, my friend. And welcome back, Pega. How are you feeling? How are you feeling? I always loved this elephant. I'm not sure why. I just adore it so much. I think it's so beautiful. When I was younger, I just loved holding it and feeling it. It brings a lot of inspiration to me. Just being able to be here with my figurines in this way. It is so amazing for me. They're on this little note stand. I wonder if I can show you. I was thinking of having it as a backdrop, but it was a little bit too much, you know, with all the different colors. So I have it right next to me instead. Let's see if I can show you. Hang on. I'm just gonna have to move around a little. Sorry for the noise. It's on this little note stand. Can I show you? Whoop! Whoop! You think I'm gonna drop everything now? Probably. Oh, it's stuck in me. Oh no. Hang on. There it is. Okay. There it is. You see? There they are. So I was thinking of having it as a backdrop at first, but it was a little bit too many different colors all at the same place. So it's right here next to me instead. And I really enjoy having it here, and I'm looking forward to be working with it. So whoever wants to be first, you're welcome to. Mm. I'm just gonna put it back. Okay. It was heavy when you're sitting down. There goes your eardrums. What did I do now? Did I brush against the microphone? I didn't mean to. I'm sorry. I know you're kidding, but at the same time, I'm sorry. Is that room your new office? Yeah. For now it is. When I'm working from home, these pillows over here is where I perform my distance healing from. So yeah. But I'm not having people come here. I'm still got my office. Or my ordinary office, so to speak. But I'm looking to move it into a mobile home, hopefully. But we'll see. We'll see. You're highly sensitive. Yeah. I'm gonna be more careful in the future, Emma. Okay? Just for you. I can hear I'm brushing against it a lot. I'm sorry. Where is it? Oh, there goes your eardrums. I think that's the microphone, right? Yeah, that's the microphone. Okay. Yeah. And I love this one. Yeah. This one I think is so adorable. It was also part of my grandmother's collection. It's a little Bambi. I always call them Bambi. You missed the crystal curtains? Hey, Paga. Look here. Boop. You recognize them? They're right there. Yeah, they're right there. Don't you worry. I have all the things. We're gonna work with the lighting a little bit more. But it's so wonderful to really have that feeling of being home and to be able to work with everything that is you. That's what we should do as energy worker. That's what I'm trying to teach with my as an energy coach. I've not even started my first group session yet, but you know, it's what I'm hoping to do. Is that I think it's so important that we come from our hearts. Oh yeah, I was gonna share this with you eventually today. I saw a YouTube video today about how we can make really tough decisions. And I always felt very close to shamans And I believe my healing guides, having been a shaman before, and I saw a YouTube video today that really did resonate with me, and it's something that we know but not always think about. And it is about how we have several brains, or how we have in this video they spoke about how we have a brain in our mind and brain in our heart. So every individual cell of the heart thinking for itself. And so they were talking about how the brain in our hearts never have us choose from stress, from out of stress, or from out of pressure. So how we can, by simply touching our heart, calm ourselves down, feel safe and content. Usually, many people like to do this with their left hand, especially if you're taught in energy work. Usually they tell you that the closer to the heart, the better, because it's a closer route. For me though, masculinity is a very big part of me. And I've tried to, especially in my initiation, I've been trying to let yin come in, so the feminine part, but I realized I was doing myself the disfavor on not listening to myself. We need to do and work with what is in our heart. And for me, the masculine side is very protective and very also comforting. So for me, I naturally take my right hand and we touch our heart, and by touching the heart, we calm ourselves down. Our breathing will become somewhat slower as we're safe, and we no longer feel the stress of fleeing or fighting. Now, they say in the video, we can ask whichever difficult decision, and the answer will come even before we've asked. Because it's clear and it's from our heart, and the souls in our heart knows us, as they said. And this is something that is very, very common, that very many people do, but it's so easy to forget sometimes. It's what I do also in my work. I work a lot with the heart, but to tell the simple little thing to just touch our hearts and close that route of us and just breathe in being safe is something so easy that we so often forget. So when I've seen it, I just had to share it. Love tiny figurines, everything from animals to fancy creatures to video game characters. Yeah, me too. And I love sculpting them. So I hope I will be able to do that once we have proper lighting in here, which we will fix because this will be my office. We will be able to sculpt as well. And then small figurines and painting. You know, my twin was well into Warhammer before, and he would be sad painting those tiny, tiny, tiny figurines, and I just love it. I adore it. He says his vision has gotten too blurry for him to do that nowadays, and he's shaking a bit as well. But I just love the tiny, tiny things. Do with that as you wish. Mentorship, yeah. You're right, Paga. Well, the gut count as a third brain too. Yeah, I would believe that. I would want to say that every part of us is part of the brain. And as they can say scientifically, that every cell of the heart thinks for itself. I would imagine that every cell, both in our body and in the energetic field around us, think for themselves. Because I would think that everything works the same, coming from the same energy source. I would believe that if one cell behaves in one way and thinks for itself in one way or another, I would believe that more do, if not every. But they might function and think in different ways. But it is really an interesting thing to talk about. Because I also saw this fictional series on Netflix where they went to see this yoga instructor who was well into meditation, and he asked the leading role, so to speak, the protagonist and the leading role, he asked them, where's your brain? Or where's your mind? Sorry, he asked, where's your mind? And the protagonist would say, well, it's in here. And the mentor said, no. Well, it's my gut. Then he said, as you did, Paga. No, 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 no. Salsa, thank you so much for your kind donation. Can I just read what you said? Is it okay? It's in, she wrote in Swedish. It's so beautiful to see. Really, thank you so, so much. I hope we can provide some joy and tranquility, your friend. Oh, I'm so bad at doing this. Luna taught me, and I can't still do it now. It's a heart. So he went, well, it's in the gut. No, 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 he said. It's in every cell of you. And I believe this to be true. But I still believe it is easier for us to connect to, or it's not easier, but we connect to them differently. And the cells in our hearts is somehow a way for us to connect to ourselves in a way that makes sense, perhaps, that we are taught to do and that we instinctively do. Because they were talking about this also, you don't put your hand on your wrist or on your leg or on your ear, but you could do that too, I guess. I think it's the same way of using these figurines, or no matter the material we use. I believe that maybe it's the same way with where we touch ourselves in a way to calm down. That's simply the heart has been something that we have been taught through generations, that this is a connective strand to us, to the deepest within, to our soul. Maybe. It's a beautiful thing to think about, right? Oh, Bempus, too much work. I'm happy to hear that you got some work to do. It's so awful. I know, Barrett, you said that your fiance have loads of work. Bempus, I know, is working many hours, but he's there physically at this workplace. But then he says that there's not much going on, so he just needs to sit out the time. And then sometimes it just seems to be so much. So I'm just happy that you have something to do, love. Did I post a video? Yeah, I could, definitely. Bubbles! One day when the postal service are up and running normally, I would like to send you a sculpture. Silly poet. Oh, I would love that. Thank you. I love sculptures. and maybe I could work with it. I mean, we can sculpt together, you and I, and all of us. Hope you didn't use the Google Translator. It is ingen orsak. It's no worries in Sweden. In Swedish. In Sweden. Well, in Sweden and every other country, but it means no worries. I think would be the direct translation. No worries. Oh yeah, Paga. Can I tell them you and I we were using Google Translate back and forth a little bit when asking. I was gonna go have food, and you wanted to ask or to say that I would have a pleasant meal, and then I would say the same back in your native language, and it just or first language, sorry, and none of it didn't really work. But yeah, it's quite interesting, you know. Would love lots arts and crafts with the group, yeah. One of the hardest things for me to accept is that not every sculptor will be great. Yeah. I have it right here, the clay, but the lighting, as you can see, we need to work on it also here. But now we're home, so we can do more. I don't know how long we'll be using this as an office, because like I said, we're hoping to move everything out to a mobile home, so that we're mobile and so we got everything at one space, at one place. But we could definitely put some light fixtures, and to create this, we bought this very long LED string of LEDs that we were not LEDs, but lighting that we were gonna put above. But if we put it too far behind me, it all just dropped in shadow. And if we put it too far above me and next to the monitor, it got too bright instead. So I was a ghost instead. It's just funny when using those words. So we're trying to see what we can do, but we'll work with it. No artistic ability. Oh yeah, you do, Emma. You too. Don't worry. Really struggle with 2D mediums. Yeah, sketching, painting, drawing. These all elude me. Because it's easier to... I think it's the same if I can talk about you, Babette. I think it comes from your way of looking at things in general. That you don't quite... It's difficult to grasp something that we see from afar. It's difficult to try to fit in understanding how something works if we can't experience it, if we can't get gritty with it, so to speak. So your way of understanding is to understand, you're such a feeling individual. So you need to, in order for you to truly understand or feel you can understand something, you need to run it through your body, your emotional body, to get a grasp of what it is. And the reason why is to protect yourself. So you want to know, and you want to know how things work. And a way for you to do that is not to observe, but to be with it and in it. And I can imagine you feeling with 2D, you feeling the lack of the ability to meet and greet and understand, because you can't be in the middle of what is going on, of the energy palette, so to speak, if that makes any sense. So for me, it does make sense that you would experience art this way and you experience other situations or situations in general in this way. can normally see the finished project in my mind's eye, and I just get frustrated with sketches that are so far off. Yeah, makes total sense. Can I just try and see what happens if I switch off this light? It's probably gonna get super dark, but it's in my eye. Let's see. Is it really bad? We can work with this, right? I think we can work with this. Is this awful now? Oh, I think it's fine. I think it's dark enough in the room for it to work. Yeah. I think that is why you want to understand, you want to be in the middle. And so therefore it is difficult to see something from afar. And the sketch is somewhat from afar. Thank you, Emma, then I know all is well. Thank you, Emma. That's all I needed. But I know all is just as it should be. Can you hear some music today, by the way? Maybe you can hear as much as I can. And then I'm tuning it down. I think maybe it's better to do it this way. I only see my shadow. Yeah, only the shadow self. Yeah, no, I think it's okay. I can relate with that. I can see final result, but creating that result can be hard for me. Yeah. Cappy, hi. Friends, how are you? You got news today, Cappy. Would you want to share them? I will often try making the same thing across multiple mediums until it just clicks. Yeah. Because you want to get that deeper understanding of it. And you want to give it a purpose to be what it is, right there where it is. And therefore it's so important for you to, because you can resonate with that. You want to give yourself a purpose, and I think many can resonate with this. And so with everything you touch and everything you do, you want to make sure that that thing and that footprint of you gets to live with a purpose and for a purpose, and gets to have a home and an understanding. Because you care so much. Maybe I'm going too deep with this, but I truly feel it to be really what is going on about it. And I'm sorry if I'm going too deep, like I said. But it makes sense to me, and I think that many can resonate with it as well. Just getting by. Feel better now, Mia Schillinger. Welcome, Kebby. And welcome to our home. This, I get pointed out. This is not a vault. It's supposed to be to make a cozy feeling because it's a fire stove. What was it called? A wood stove. What was it called? So I thought, oh, I want to have that in the background somehow. But then with a candle burning, and you know my wands back there, and right there I also got a place on the wall for something, a little something that I can't wait to show you once it arrives. It feels like something is going on. Yeah. Yeah, it's our home. We got home finally. The antenna is on the ground, but it seems to be working. Yeah. And what is so lovely with being home is that you get to work with, I get to work with my family, with our cats, and with my figurines. I got them right here. Small figurines. And that's what I do today. I show you my figurines. So this is the next one. It's a cat! A kitty cat! This one speaks so much about you, Poet. Can I do a little reading for you today, Poet? Be okay? I'm gonna move the keyboard a little bit. Because I want to talk about frustration today, and the frustration of being frustrated. No? Can I put that there? Sorry. This cat. So, when we're tired and frustrated because we can't change a situation, we can, I wanted to say lash out, but it's more of a feeling of lashing in this case. Biting back the words a little bit. And then feeling not disappointed but sad with oneself for having done so. Not biting back, but ever feeling that frustration. So what I feel today is this, it's not anger, but it is to somehow be able to control that frustration of not being able to change the situation. Because it feels like, and you're talking to me about this as well, but it feels very prompt in your energy today that we're still walking in this continuously wheel. It just feels a little bit not stuck because things are moving, but it feels like things are moving so much inside that you wish you could do something external because so much is happening internally. And when things are somewhat stagnant externally, that also brings back, reflects back internally. So you start out from inside and feeling, right, I want to do this. And then you meet a stagnant situation outside of yourself. And so that turns back to you feeling, now I don't know if I can't do it externally, I am lost also internally. And it's this frustration that we want to talk about today. Because I do feel you seeing this, I feel you resonating with it, but I also feel you don't resonate because you're still feeling, because I see this joy and this wish and this hope, but I'm feeling it meeting a stagnant energy, and so it's killing that flame a little bit. Everything you've been saying exactly I've been feeling this past week. Yeah. But like I said, I still feel a part of you would not resonate to it. Because I hear this joy, I hear this hope inside. But whenever that comes up, it meets the stagnant expression. And so that kills the fire, like I said. But then that comes up again, and then it backs down, and then it comes up, and then it's this motion over and over, I feel. So why this cat wants to come up today is simply You've been so afraid of licking your wounds, because you felt so stagnant before as well. You had this long period where you just felt you couldn't get to yourself. And then when you found creativity and you started to find yourself in that and starting to get a stable ground to be stood up on, you started to work with it. You started to take commissions with your artwork, like you shared in our group. And now this stagnant feeling is back. So you're afraid of going back to lick your wounds because it will take forever, you feel like. Because it was such a long journey before where you didn't do nothing. Sorry. And this is how you feel. There's so much coming up right now. I think we're also sending healing energy. And there's so many thoughts and feelings and frustration, once again, that is just bubbling up and taking its way through me right now. And through us, the system, I feel it's connecting to all of us to come out and to give word to this. Because what you are afraid of is to feel sorry for yourself in such a way that you lose the way of not continuing, but the way of moving. At the same time, you feel you have not been able to heal yourself. You have not been able to give yourself that time. You've been doing the work like we were talking about, and you have taken time off to yourself, but you feel you still have not given yourself that love and support that you wish someone would give you, and so you wish you could give that to yourself. And you're still stagnant in a feeling you've still not giving yourself this love. And because of it, you feel you want to go back and to heal yourself and to take time off to yourself, to lick your wounds and to purr for yourself, as the cat would say. But you're afraid of doing so because of creating even stagnant feeling inside. So it's all the confliction between the two. I don't want to give up hope, but external things right now are pretty stuck. I'm trying to accept some things as the way they were. They are, sorry, because not everything is going to change in the same moment. Yeah. So what this cat is telling you is that they tell me, my guides are telling me, they're actually talking to your guides right now. And it's okay to lick your wounds. Maybe do so with others. No, you're gonna join us when we start on Friday. And I think this could be a brilliant, beautiful opportunity for you because you need to have a way of heal yourself and still feeling productive. So if you can do that in the company of others, I think there is the resolution. The cat has their eyes closed. Yeah. It's blinking to you, saying all is well. You could be chill enough to close my eyes. You know what? I want to provide very, very, very small, short healing for you. Using this little figurine, this little kitty cat. And, of course, the lapis lazuli in a very calm manner, so I'm gonna place it further away. simply gonna provide a little bit of healing, not much, just so that you can start to feel like the name of the stream, warmth, comfort. If this is okay, Bullet, there's my one. Is it okay? We could provide a little bit of. Okay. Okay. Spring all surrounds you. So much brown around you, right? It's okay, it's also a beautiful color. We sometimes forget about the brown. Let's introduce the other. Good. You can just focus on this flame. Close your eyes. Feel. Oh, I'm gonna stop right by your underneath your by your solar plexus, but on the side, your right hand side, I would say, just underneath the ribs here. Actually, where you stopped when you provided some healing to Tara, but on your side. We open up here very carefully. Okay. I have a new guide with me. It's called Heiko, or Hike, depending. And he gives me powder, blue. This is new energy that I'm working with. And this is so wonderful, beautiful. It's part of the blush that I spoke about. But this is simply, it's like the bubbles, but this is in another frequency. And I'm starting to use it more and more in my healing. And he wants to provide a little bit of that inside a bubble, actually. Okay. And let it connect. Beautiful. Just very. It's just an activation. Like, I never add anything to you. It looks like I do because I'm pulling and like this. It's all reflection of what is already in. But we're also pulling back energy, your energy. Create this Yeah, got a little bit of a cluster right here. There was a little knot. There you are. It's beautiful. Oh, you felt that because now you're bleeding a little? That means you're trusting me. You're feeling the process. Gonna close that up. Bringing in some plaster and letting yourself urinate. Now with this little opening, I'm gonna send this comforting feeling of the cat. To me, it looks like a wind. Good experience. Okay. Gonna bring it down where we just were. We connect it all. Because right now it's draining. You know, when we meet on Friday, but I would love to just check on this little bubble because it's some proper work that needs to be done. So it will strain a little bit on your side or in your side, underneath the rib on your right hand side. It's okay, it's just as it's supposed to be. I just want to look a little bit at it, check it a little bit on Friday. That's okay. But it is helping with the calm. You can feel. And let that for the rest of the stream. Yep, that's okay. I'm just gonna come through to really respond to there, okay? It's there as well. Let me just see. Now, just sending the lovely, beautiful comfort, healing streams of warmth, comfort. Now collecting in your and then actually I'm gonna open up collective healing. Just sending this beautiful energy to everyone who feels to take part. Because this is lovely the energy we got here, working with the poet. And will surround each and every one of you. Feel it right. Lovely. We're gonna let the stream its way the way it's needed. Okay. Now she finds branch ones when she's out and about. Yeah, this one, hang on, I've actually used before. But yeah, I love this one. I got a couple of them, and when they work, when we worked with a specific frequency, sometimes they would just break. And so they thank us for this time. They just break. And so it's time to find a new friend. But most of them, sometimes they want to stay as small pieces like these. This is part of an old wand. Or old and old, but part of a one that I used to use. And now it wants to be with in smaller pieces. All part of a process. Oh no, I don't want to make it cross. We wanted to cross over each other, but not quite that way. Like that, yeah. I really like this one. I wasn't sure how it was gonna work because it's still got these these ones that could grow out and become leaves or flowers. Berries, I think these are actually. But it just seems to work. I picked it up 2 months ago now, maybe. It's a beautiful friend of mine. It has become. You heard that kepi means stick in Finnish. Oh, really? I love that. Branch reminds me of a story I read in a book I've been reading a few days ago. But a Zen master who has a carpenter. And he would do such perfect wood pieces. And he would go out in the woods for days, asking and finding the tree that wanted to work with him to become an awesome chair, for example. And sometimes he would come out after 3 days without anything. And the same way the trees wanted to work with the Zen master, the same applies to the branches and so. Yeah, I do feel that way. I do. With every, I don't know if you remember, I used to have a crystal cat. You remember? That I used to, oh, the cat wants to stay. Okay, the cat one. That I used to work with. Crystal cat. I feel it's the water's time now, actually. It wants to be. I used to have this cat in, well, Yubawa knows what it is, but in some form of crystal. And it has now disappeared. It is nowhere to be found. So I just thank it for the experience. It's like this little wristband. I used to have another one. It also disappeared. And this one says that it's very close to be ready to not be used in work anymore. So today I should perform the healing with no wristband. So this one is very, very slowly saying thank you. So everything is energy. I truly feel that. And with that, I feel like you said, Paga, about energies wanting to work together. It makes sense to me. But I also think it's about how we are feeling in the moment. Just as with people, it's all interaction, like I said before. Or I think watching your stream or talking with you on Discord also triggers the perfume coming up. The perfume, I believe, is like I said before, it's one of your guides wanting to work with you, you home. It's beautiful that you feel that way. And so beautiful that we have this journey. And I'm so excited for what will happen. Posted in Discord the cat-shaped phone stand that just showed up. Been missing since Christmas. Oh, really? When did it show up, Bud? When we were talking about cats? Pete! Hi! Everyone is having a beautiful day. Yeah, we have a very chill day today. Welcome to our home. This is our home. And my little office. For the moment. So, Salsa, you wanted to read in? Yes, it fell off my desk. I know my desk is a mess, but I can't believe I didn't see it. Ah. Cats. Saw it. Right now. Indeed. Cats. So, Salsa, are you still here, my friend? Mm-hmm. What would you like for a reading? Would you like an energy reading? Would you like a healing? Would you like something specific, or just in general? How do you feel? Thank you, by the way, Pete. It is beautiful to be home. Energy. A general energy reading. I love seeing you here. We are doing some beautiful energy readings and healing today. But I'm also excited if you have any questions regarding my twin, because I thought it was you who I was speaking with before, right? So a general energy reading. Yeah, okay. Okay. Let me do this in smart. Cat is It's very dark here now. I wonder if I can have this light behind my little figurines, if that helps. Helps a little bit. Not too much though. I have not seen Tara for a couple of days actually. I hope she's doing well. Glad you're doing well. Been okay dealing with some luggage. Hope you found a way to unblock it, yeah. I was super curious about the twin situation. You correct, it was me. Yeah. If you have any questions. Oh, hang on. I'm just gonna do the energy readings. And then we can talk about it, Pete. You can think about all the questions you have. Okay, so. Awesome. First thing that comes up with you is something many can resonate with right now. And it's about being loved. See if I have a figurine for you. Oh yeah. None. Okay. Yeah, there's confusion in your energy. It's also confusion in being. It's about feeling lonely, and it's about parents, it's about the parental situation, but still, no. I got a bear for you. Look at this one. I got a younger masculine energy coming through. He wants to be here with you. And it's a loved one. Yeah. They're being very, very general, very careful today, Salsa. And they're telling me that they won't be saying too much. It's just not too much to say. But there's definitely a younger male energy who wants to be here with you, supporting you. So Salsa, it's about responsibilities. It's about, but this is something that you've gone through before, about continuing after something just turns, everything just changes, and to continue with life after this change in your life. And it feels like it's a part of you that you've, and part of your life that you moved on from now. So the reason why what is coming up is that we just want to say, we want to talk about courage. We want to talk about you don't usually want to say that someone is strong, right? But sometimes it can be so important to just get to hear it. That you're strong. Usually it just makes us feel like it's not needed, or that they intend something else with saying that. Or that even mentioning it just sounds like we're so far from it. But they want to tell you how strong you've been in this situation. And how your friend is always with you. But they are being very, very, very generous also. This is not that much to say, because you already know everything yourself. You're going through this process, you're figuring things out, but you finally find it's not that all of a sudden you have the map laid out in front of you, but you find a way to be content with yourself and to accept yourself in a way that is you to you. So why the bear is coming up, it is directly connected to this beautiful energy that's here, but it also has to do about being courageous and being strong. You can still be sensitive, and you can still, it doesn't have to be a negative thing to be strong and courageous. You can still be human, you can still be you. And it feels like you're starting to see yourself, and you're starting to accept yourself. like I said, it's not that someone put something in front of you and say, oh, now you got the pieces together, this is the puzzle, and now everything makes sense. But it's more that you're starting to feel that within yourself, that no matter what is externally, the pieces fall together or start to come together. It's like it's slowly shattered before the puzzle inside, and now the pieces start to form together internally, having you feel that you face whatever it is that you face externally. And I'm saying whatever it is you're facing because it feels you've fallen into this feeling of being content. I spoke about this before, how when we're tired, when I'm tired, I'm doing my very best work because I don't really care about what people think because I'm too tired, too exhausted. And so that part of my brain, the energy needs to be prioritized into something else. And in this, it feels like you have gotten through this and has come to this exhaustion that you started to just breathe in what it is. And so why I'm saying whatever it is you're facing is because it's not that you're prepared for anything, but it is that you're starting to feel not whole, and not that you feel you love yourself, but you're starting to accept yourself, and in that accepting what happens around you. So you effectively healed yourself in a way. And what we want to say is that being courageous, being strong, is not necessarily a bad thing. It's okay to have it said to you. And sometimes it is so important to be acknowledged in that. To see how much you've been fighting and see how much you've been doing. And I know that most of it you're doing, part of your energy just wants to, say that you don't resonate at all with what I'm saying because you're putting up this other type of energy in front of you to not play a part, but in a way also doing so in order to just stay afloat. But I feel you also resonate with what I'm saying inside. And to that, we want to bring up the bear to say that it is okay. You have been strong. You are strong. And that's okay. You can still cry. You can still be sensitive. You can still be human. But we want to say that we respect you for the strength that you've had and have. And that we see what you've gone through. You're starting to feel less lonely because you're starting to feel yourself. And if you feel, because part of you might say that you've not come that, you have one part that's saying that you have not been through anything and you would just laugh this off. And you have another part that's saying, I'm not halfway there yet. What you're trying to say that I've achieved. And what I'm saying is that it doesn't really matter because you are where you are right now. And what we see is that you're a beautiful individual and that it's okay to hear you being strong, because that means we can see that you also been struggling. That just makes you human. So it's a very general reading, but it is what was important to come through today. So it's okay to be courageous. And I think you know what I'm referring to. And if you don't resonate at all, then there's still a reason why it comes forth. How are you doing, my friend? How are you? It's a lot coming through here as well. I apologize. It's all just about this finding your way out of the ravine of loneliness, in a way. But it's still difficult to hear that because you still see it from a different way. It's all these different perspectives at the same time. So it's very general, but it is what was important to come forth today. So I hope it can provide you with a little joy, a little love. But you're telling me to say that because you're not worthless. So I want to bring this beautiful bear's energy to you. So that it's okay. Let. If you don't resonate now, it'll make sense another day. No matter, it's a beautiful message coming. Are you okay, Salsa? You okay? Do you resonate? Do you understand what I mean? I know you love my truly. Let's just continue, right? So I hope that this and this stream and this community can bring you a little joy and hope. Talking a lot about. It's not much, but it's what wanted to come through. It's a lot. And it comes to the heart. The love, my friend. That's what I have for you today. And like I said, it's a privilege knowing you. Thank you. Does this feel okay? Thank you. A short but sweet message today with a bear. Keep him here. Let's keep all the figurines that come to us during the stream. Let's keep them here. I would love to learn Swedish someday so we could have a talk in Swedish. I didn't have to use a translator. I would love to learn your language, Vaga. I think I could because it's very close to what I do now, but are you okay, Salsa? Thank you. I'm gonna read chats, and then I have a question. Pete, you had a question for me about my twin. I was thinking I could answer one question of yours, and then I'm gonna go for a quick bathroom break, and then we have Kepi and Pete. Peter's reading. If it would be okay. I'm just gonna read chats. So much is happening. Thank you for telling Pete not to join. And talking to Pampers. My fridge is packed full with veggies. Oh, I love it. The whole day has turned around since joining the stream. Bubbles. Okay, salsa. And the bear is right. Yeah. I wait to see the painting next to the wall. It's not a vault, Bagga. But yeah. Always started being active, being stuck inside has limited my options. Oh, you have a bike. Yeah. I wait to see the painting next to exercise is medicine for the mind, body, and spirit. Yeah. An energy vault. Yeah, maybe. Maybe. Oh dear. Look at this. Now the lighting is. Oh, it's fine. It's fine. Många kramar. Många varma kramar. So, would it be okay, Pete, if you had a question? And then I go for a quick bathroom break and then we take Kippy's and Pete's reading. If you have a question, Pete. You're not fighting yourself. Personal cheerleader, yeah. Me too. I want to be a cheerleader. He was back in something fast. It was if you had a question about the twin. Also, I could take a question now. I'm gonna head up for a quick break, and then I'm gonna have Kepi's and your reading. I was thinking, if you had a question. Or maybe you're just interested in general. Yeah. Oh, of course. Okay. Kino! My little colleague. Hi, love. So, I'm gonna head up for a quick break, and Yuna is gonna be here with you. And I'll be right back, and we'll have your Hippie and your Pete, your reading. Okay? Sounds good. See you very, very, very soon. All the love. See you very, very shortly. I hope Kun is gonna stay. I think so. He loves Sako. Cat energy. Yeah. I missed you. Hi. Hang on. Things are... Okay, now we're good. I missed you, my friend. How are you? Loads going on, huh? You're okay. Thank you, Emma. Did he really just lick his butt and leave you? You know? I mean, because I saw him come down to the kitchen. Oh. Tara, I don't know if you saw on Discord, but Boyd is gonna join us on Friday. I just wanted to you're the last one to know. Oh, you're not the last one, but the other people have responded. That's all. Oh, beautiful. You saw? Yeah. Yeah, I understand, Tara. Yeah, I'm just happy you get these tiny, these small spaces of breath. But yeah, there's loads going on. Unsuspected things and suspected things, but still so much. Just got line laundry switched over and sitting down for 5 minutes. Yeah. When you already have so much that you prepared for, and then even more things show up that you couldn't prepare for, and all of this going on, there's much. I hope this can provide you some joy and some love. Yeah, I understand. I hope we can look over it also next when we meet just one-on-one and also in group. I hope that we can look over it to find something we can help you with, or a perspective to look from that might be helpful. You can see. But welcome to my home. This is me. Sorry, I got a buzzing in my ear. I'm not sure what's going on. Oh, yeah, there it was. It was just a button that needed to be pressed. Yeah, the internet, the antenna is on the ground, in the ground right now. It's going up on the roof any day, but it's in the ground. So it's pretty interesting that it works. But I'm not laggy, am I? Thank you, Tara, my friend. And looky there. Wait, there. There's a space there on the wall. Can you see? Right there. I wonder what will go there. Yeah, so am I, Tara. It's a privilege. It's a privilege, and I can use my little small figurines for readings. Today, this is Poets, and this is Celsus. It's so wonderful. So, I hope, Tara, that we can provide you some bubbles. Even just for a small dose. Have a beautiful walk, Paga. Kippy, are you still here, my friends? Have a little walk. Yeah. What would you like for your reading, my friend? Would you like a general reading? Would you like a healing? Anything, a transference, or anything in particular? Bubbles! How are you feeling, Kippy? What would you like? General? No, Tara. Bubbles. Thank you so much, Tara. My friend. You ran out of bubbles. Oh, here's Mickey. Hi, love. That's my other colleague. Hi, honey. Thank you so much, Tara. It means so much. Thank you. And I can't wait when it gets here to put on that wall, you know? You can't live life without bubbles. Oh, it brings me so much joy that we found this little thing for the community, you know? This community and it all, it means so much. I gotta. Me too. Priorities, yeah. Well, when it goes to the heart, right? A general Kepi? Yeah. Not a general Kepi, a general reading for Kepi. Let's see. It works. Oh! Oh, it was Mickey. Sorry, I'm just gonna. Okay. So, Kepi, see. I said just when you joined, I said you had some news. I wonder what that was, because I do feel something new in your energy. I want to talk about children today, Kepi. I want to talk about the easiness, the easygoing, the joyful laughter of children. Because I feel it is something that you feel yourself, you feel very heavy at the moment in all the decision making that has to take place, but also in just, it feels like even the small everyday decisions right now feel heavy in some way, which is why I think I felt you had a news, because it feels like everything that happens right now, it's like it's something new, because you have to take it into consideration in a way that you didn't have to do before, because of you feeling tired, just tired in general. Okay, I feel that you, let me see. There's two figurines that wants to be here actually. It's this little duckling, this little duck. And then it's this, I want to say a teddy bear, but a bear. It's about the childishness and the phases of being mature. And it's about feeling the weight between the two. So I want to talk about children today, And I want to talk about, like I said, the feeling of, I feel you missing that easygoing joy. And I think that, not necessarily saying that your childhood was just filled with joy, but that feeling that we associate the child mind with, this curious, the things that you love to see in others, those sparkly eyes of development, the sparkly eyes of finding something out for yourself. I feel you are missing that in your life right now. And I feel things are happening that have you starting to question that a bit, or simply acknowledge it in a new way that is a little bit more negative than what you might be used to in your own mind. Because usually you see this enjoyment of children and this development and this being of evolving. You usually see that something curious and sparkling and inspiring, but now they won't tell me what has shifted, but situationally, but what is happening internally is that we're starting to feel drained from not feeling we can achieve that sensation right now, which makes us feel old in a way. It's just about being tired. It's about being exhausted and tired, which makes us feel grumpy about what usually makes us feel inspired. Can I share something with you, Kevin? Us energy workers, or energy readers, energy feelers, energy sensors. Right now is a very tough, and this goes up to all of you and everyone. Right now is a very difficult time for many, not just due to the pandemic going on, but also in energy in general. And I was talking to a friend of mine who was so afraid that they were going back to, because they were burned out before, and they were so afraid that this was happening to them again. And so all the work they had been putting in would just somehow go to waste, or not go to waste, but that they would fall back into what they fought so much to get out from. Thing is, I think this is a general, universal feeling right now. And I'm thinking, truly, before this pandemic happened, energy workers just turned up. Here on Twitch, for example, there's many of us now, but almost everyone came in here at the same time, without knowing of one another. And at that time, people were asking, why is this happening? Why are twin flames finding their way to each other right now? And why are people talking more about this in general? And I was saying back then that it could very well be that we are preparing to meet so that we can save the earth. Find a way to at least have it go for longer. Now I'm thinking, I think out there in the universe there is a body, a planet that has shifted in movement. So something is going on. I'm reading in the energy, and this is just Could just be my imagination, but what I'm feeling truly, I believe that there is some shift happening in movement, in motion in the universe. A planet has started to form a different route, which affects us the way that the moon affects us, in that the frequency that will be reflected onto this body and back to us will shift in how it moves. Which means that our body has to embrace this and start to understand it and work with it to decipher the code of this frequency. And because it is new or because it is different, it is reflecting back and forth in a way that it didn't do before. And this happens all the time in the universe, but it feels like there is a planet in motion that is closer to us that has shifted its route, and therefore the frequency will bounce differently. And this is exhausting on the body. This is difficult for the body to handle, especially if we're used to go up in frequency and read these frequencies. It will affect all of us, but as energy workers, I've not spoken to one energy worker as of yet who's not feeling exhausted right now, and this is me included. I think saying that many people are feeling the way you do right now hopefully also can help, and not just being, feeling neglectful, but also help, because if we're all feeling exhausted, it's somehow okay, and we start to see the humanity of us all. I felt so bad when talking to energy workers who I was going to coach and say that I need to reschedule because I'm too exhausted. And then they would reply with, "Oh, thank you, I can't get out of bed either." People are genuinely exhausted and tired and in their way grumpy right now. So Kepi, I think you are feeling this too. I think the feeling that you are experiencing right now is part of this. I think there's a shift in the universe that reflects back to us and has us have to decipher, our place on Earth because of how the frequency bounces. Frequency for me is like electricity, and it will bounce in different ways, and we're used to one type of, or many, but one cluster of frequency bounces or how it moves, and now something is shifting, so it will take a toll. It's how I feel. I believe you're correct. This could have also been a huge tool to allow many of us to connect, to work towards some beautiful change also. It is beautiful, but it is also exhausting. And that's okay. So of course, we need to take into consideration, first of all, our physical body and the medical part of it, because this is not medical in any way. So always check that, of course. But what I feel truly that you're experiencing right now is your part of this shift. What do you say, Kepi? Did it make sense? Because I know that you are connected to the moon in a way. you can feel, they're telling me that you can feel the movement of the moon connecting to how you're feeling. And so the moon is a body, is a planet in a way. Not, it's a body of material, right? It's a body of existence. And so I believe that another body out there in the universe is shifting routes and it affects, because it's something that is close to us in a way. This is what I think. It's interesting because part of you is interested in this and starts to think, and the other part of you is still so exhausted. But it's beautiful to bring those small bubbles into, thinking, because then we can also not excuse ourselves, but we can forgive ourselves a little for feeling so grumpy in what we usually are so happy about. So all of us right now need time to lick our wounds. Make sense of their shape. See what the moon looks like subconsciously. Yeah. Yeah. So this is what I think is going on right now. And this, I feel, lifted a little bit of weight off of you. I wonder if the number 4 means something to you as well, Kippy. I accidentally wrote it in chat. It's a hotkey, but I accidentally wrote it in chat, and then I was just staring at it. The 4 circles, the 4 cycles, maybe. But yeah, so I think you have nothing to fear. I think this is your part of the result of the shift. I think that's what you needed today. Lasting all the figurines and the candle. Yeah. Love when you said something about me and childlike curiosity. I felt no one understood this about me. Well, it's been so important to you to keep that childish feeling inside of you, because you are so happy when you can see it in others. And it is a way for you that you believe people to be growing. You feel we need that curiosity to be able to evolve. And so when you see that, it inspires you. And you also feel playful in it. But right now, I truly feel you instead are exhausted. And this, I feel, has to do with this. It's how I would read it. I truly believe in those sparkling eyes, about finding something out for yourself when other people do, when they find something out for themselves, and they can use that childish imagination to reach reality in a way, or to wrap their head around what is happening in their own way. And why people don't understand it about you, it's all about these 2 different figurines, right? And it has become important for you to be that adult, But it feels people have not understood it in both ways, both how it is important to you and also how you can manage it in a way. It feels like you're either one or the other a little bit. And what is so important is to be the light between. Look, wasn't that cute? That's how I feel. truly. Did this help a little, Kepi? That this grumpiness maybe is just a reaction, your reaction to what many are feeling right now. But it's okay. It's also a way for us to explore ourselves, to reach into ourselves and to meet ourselves. Because I know that usually it's more your way of reaching yourself is through others in a way, and through that sparkling eye, because when they inspire you to go back to it being okay of having that childish behavior inside, that makes you grow. So now when we're isolated in the way that we are, I can see this also being part of the overall experience. If you're grumpy because you feel tired of being tired, and I know many feel this way, but maybe it helps to know that you're not alone. Even though we always know this and we always tell ourselves we're not alone, maybe right now can bring a little bit comfort. You heard what I said, Tara, about what is going on right now. Because my beautiful friends, like I said, I've not met one energy worker's energy who's not exhausted right now. And if you don't feel exhausted and are an energy worker, then I'm not saying that you're not an energy worker. I just see that there are so many out there right now feeling this way. So Tara, I believe that there is a body of material out in the universe, a planet, that is changing or shifting routes. So the way the moon affects us, the frequency, because this being close by to us, the frequency will bounce in a way that it did not do before, and our body is trying to learn and decipher and encode that frequency now, gets exhausted because it is a process to try to understand the shift. So therefore, many of us are feeling very exhausted and tired right now, especially us working and going up in frequency, because we're trying to understand something that is not new, but in a new way for us, because of this planet shifting routes. No, Elsa, thank you so much. And happy birthday, Kepi. Not happy birthday, but you know, congratulations, as a fellow Twitch streamer says. You got bubbles now. Thank you, Salsa. Been feeling so weird since last full moon, yeah. I truly believe there is a close body to us up in the universe that is changing routes right now. And it's always happening, but right now is something that is very close to us, either in distance or frequency. It's gotta be frequency because it just doesn't really matter. But some way or form, it is affecting us because of the frequency bouncing in a way. It's what I truly believe. Thank you so much. So, does this feel okay, Kepi? Because I feel this was what you needed right now. To have someone see how tired you are and just say, I know it's awful, but it will pass. And we do this together. I am exhausted. I'm absolutely drained. But I'm also hopeful. Should try to turn on closed captions to help people hear that are hearing impaired. Oh, yeah, we want this to be for everyone, as many people as possible that can join. We gotta look into that, definitely. Thank you, Tara. And then this. Gotta look into it. Thank you. Thank you. And you got bubbles now, Kippy. Remember these two. And the light in between. Second Teddy. Was helped me too. Many days I've been very drained lately. Yeah, alongside motivation. I truly believe. Do you guys, how do you feel? Thank you, Kippy. How do you feel, guys? Would you resonate with what I'm saying about this going on right now? I've always felt like there were two suns before in our solar system, one on either side. And now I'm feeling that somebody, planet or debris or a material of some sort. You know what I just realized? We have also put a lot of satellites up right now. Maybe that could be affecting the frequency bounce. I don't know. And not in a bad or a good way, just in a way, you know? Maybe. There are some big things happening lately, large. Yeah. Because they put up how many satellites was it? It could be affecting it as well. It's interesting to think about. And like I said, not in a bad way or a good way, just in it happening, you know? No, it was just a thought. Okay, it was just a thought. Now, I think it is dark enough to. Let me see if I can. Make any difference? Not much. I'm gonna switch it on again. When you use daylight, you know, and it's getting dark, you get these shadows. I'm sorry. Not them, just a part of it, Paga. But it is interesting, you know. Yeah, I just started to think about it now when I said debris, that it could actually be something else than planet. And the satellite would also bounce another type of frequency, but still frequency. So maybe it goes through that to come to our bodies. Who knows? Would love to see the view you have from your window someday. I'm quite curious about the view you have over there. I can't quite show. My camera is not. I tried to do this on call a couple of days ago, and my camera is not that mobile. You make me apply high words. But I would love to show. I would love to share. It is. We're in the middle of the woods. But maybe we can, on Discord I can show, perhaps. I can post pictures on Discord. This camera, I can't move too much. And I'm not sure. I could film via my phone, maybe? But now it's dark. It's late in the evening. Posting pictures with a cell phone. Yeah, I can do that. Definitely. We live in the middle of the woods in a not too small cabin, almost like a farmhouse, but not really, which is in a dire state. We will try to do everything we can to help it. It's just a load going on. But hopefully the energy also does what it does. But we live in the woods. We do have some neighbors, but we have our very own little gravel road, but a very small one, leading down to our house. And we got this barn here, which is not part of the building. It used to be, but now it belongs to someone else. But we have our neighbors. It's almost like we have this little village of farmhouses, and we're the southern house, so to speak. But yeah, we have pastures. How to say? No. We have just ground all around the house where the cows would be in the summer. It is lovely, but it is in a dire state, all the buildings, so we need to help them. Right now, the garden is also in a dire state because they've been digging to help with draining the rainwater and with the pipes. I think I spoke about this before. It's been a long process, but yeah, I can show on this card. You see the stars from where you live, or not really due to light pollution? I can see the stars. I can see the stars. And when the polar star comes up, it's so beautiful. But yeah, we see the stars. There's probably even more of them. The one we do see, we see. Yeah. Okay, Paga. Love to share it with you. I'm gonna post some pictures so you can enjoy it. So, Pete, did you have your question answered with the energy, or would you like a reading? Still here, my. Keep expecting the fluffy white and grey pillow to turn into a dog. Are you talking about this one? This one? Because that is actually, it's a soft. It is a dog, but it's a soft dog. It's a, oh, what's it called? You can see some packaging there, but Vicky, the doggy. It's a soft toy. That was what I was looking for. It's a big soft toy. See if I can find his eye. He's got such a fur. There's the eye. There's one eye. And there's the other somewhere. I got him many, many years ago, but he's lovely and the cats love him too. But yeah, it's a soft toy. So it is a doggy. I just thought it was so cozy having in here on the floor by the fire. Sorry, you can see my butt then. Yeah. Like some healing. Yeah, of course. Would you like a focused healing or just a general one, Pete? I have websites that can help you find locations that lack light pollution to view the stars. 20 minutes away from the city. Yeah, and the light pollution does not allow many stars to come through. Oh, you're sitting in a chair? No, I'm sitting on a pillow on the floor. And it's so funny. Each and every time I switch, I sat and talked to a dear friend of mine, and I would switch, And my twin, he would go, "Oh, why would you sit on the floor?" And last night, he told Jonathan, he said, "Can you tell Sarah that the earlier she stopped sitting on the floor, the longer she will be able to use her legs for." Yeah. General one. Yeah, of course. It will be a very brave one, Pete, if that's okay. I do with the smoke. I do. I want to help your shoulder today, Pete. You feel very lean towards one side in a way in your physical body. Also in your, I'm gonna look at your different bodies because it feels like you are. I saw this earlier today with a client where when we get exhausted and tired, we tend to put all these emotions into something. And I saw today, I worked with an energy worker who put everything into their mental body. So that part was so strained, and the bodies actually got out of focus, or they lost their. I pull the strings, I secure the strings like on a guitar or a piano, because they've fallen out of, I guess, focus. Yeah, they were not aligned in a way, and they shouldn't be aligned, but they were aligned. They were not aligned with themselves in their own spirit, so to speak. You feel very. It feels like you're shoving a lot of emotion and thoughts, especially into one side. Lack of focus, tense shoulders. That's very relevant to me. Yeah. Because I feel a lot is going on up here, and down here, the rest of the body just feels heavy. It feels like you're trying to keep yourself alert up here, and also trying to. I see you almost, punching your feet or smash, trying to pinch your feet to wake up in a way. Everything from here just feels. This is part due to sexuality as well, I feel. Everything just feels very drained and very heavy, and so it feels like you're trying to. It's almost like keeping your head above the water, because the rest of the body just feels so. Not detached, but almost in a way. Yeah. This is also about the sexual self. I actually want to use the elephant for you, Pete. Just wonder which one. Can I use my favorite? This one? I want to look at your different bodies. I want especially to move into your emotional body. Yeah, there's a lot going on with the sexual energies. It's like you either feel like a brute or just completely switched off, and everything just feels exhausted. And I feel there it is. I can share a little secret about you, Pete. That's okay. Not sure it is a secret, but I feel it's okay to share as well. But I feel you are using your sexual energy a lot in work, and not in a forceful way, but simply in a way to not the sexual energy, but the fire in to want to strive for something and to want to be loving, still stand up for yourself in this way of trusting yourself and others. It seems very biological, and in that very loving, also this part of you being a great part. And so this feels disrupted right now. So I want to move actually into the groin area, in the emotional, where I want to be. Alina! Hi! Hello, my friend! Welcome, guys. Welcome to my home. This is our home. This is the first stream from our home, from our house. Hello, readers. Beautiful seeing you, Kalina. I'm just now providing a healing for Pete. Beautiful seeing. Welcome. Welcome, all of you. You have a beautiful stream. Okay, so Pete, it feels somewhat shattered. It feels like the puzzle pieces has grown apart a little bit in a way of you to sustain yourself from the emotional burden. And this being in the sexual self. So in the emotional body now, I want to go in and I'm gonna move, trying to move it over here so you can see. I'm gonna move in and I'm gonna connect. I have a couple of threads here, energetic threads, which has been broken, cut off. I got 4 ends here, and I would like to sew them back together in a way to let the energy flow naturally and in a way that makes sense to you, and not in a way to activate it like that and say, oh, now we work with sexual energy, but simply to make it be that part of your general flow so that you feel safe and secure in yourself again. Because I feel you're trying so hard to keep that backbone straight, but it's such a heavy feeling in the body. And so this being what you usually work with before, to connect these back again, it can really help with the natural flow of it whole. So wonderful seeing all of you. I'm just gonna put up a little energetic thread here, and what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna see, put a little bit of a bubble right on the end of the threads. I'm gonna see if I can put over the finger variantly and hold there. I know you can't see this, I'm sorry. I have another thread here. I will try to have one of my guides hold for a little while. I'm gonna try to see if I can support this thread over a muscle for now. I'm gonna pick up healing energy also to the little end slowly. Right. So these two ends will go together. So I will slowly, I'm sorry it's out of frame. See if I can shift the body so you can see. It wants to be down here. I'm sorry, I can tell you what I'm doing. So I'm slowly going to connect the two threads very carefully and let them lead in back to one another again. Okay. And then I'm going to carefully hold the thread. And I'm going to take a sewing kit from my guides. And I'm simply going to stitch the two together very. And because of that being my energy, I'm going to shift to hold the energetic threads with my other hand. I'm going to take a faster energy, simply slowly and beautifully wrap it around where I've been with my stitches. To let it heal back to your energy beats. Switch over to these again. And I'm going to take a little leaf of your energy and just brush it over. That it's just you. Slowly letting it back. Okay. Now I have two other ends. I can see if I can lift your body up a little so we can see. No. Maybe I can move the camera a little bit. Let's do it like this for now. You can see the mouse now. I apologize. Okay, so we're here. Here I have now a string that is connected. I've got two energetic threads right here that are both ends. So I'm simply going to pull this one up very, very gently. This is actually connected to your arm, Pete. It's in the groin area of your emotional body. I'm asking my guide to hold that for me. I'm gonna get a little bit of close to that. Then ask them to hold it again. Okay. And on the other side, I'm gonna pull this energetic thread up. As well. Now hold this thread. I'm gonna take the other one that my guide is holding, and I'll slowly, very gently, together. Threads. Oh, sorry, so you can't see. I'm gonna hold the threads. I'm gonna take a little plaster of energy. I'm gonna smooth position. I'm gonna take it with my other finger. I'm gonna take the sewing kit. I'm gonna sew. It's starting to pulse now. And we're gonna take this little feather. Bring the plaster up. Let your energy simple. Slowly, 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 gently putting it where it belongs, providing beautiful healing. Just gonna hold here for a little while, guys. Just gonna hold here for a little while. work with heat today? Usually work with cold beats. You work with heat and snow. Now, while that is healing, I'm gonna come to you, Pete. You're slowly gonna let this beautiful feel of comfort surround you. It's very good. We've got a lot of work in chakra that you've been working for a long while. You can see that. I'm gonna let it be because you set your own healing energies in that. It looks beautiful. You can feel it. Beautiful. And I'm just gonna tickle your toes to activate that beautiful energy. I can also see you also want to put some extra energy into your grounding ribbons. They're roots, but they wanted to be called ribbons. So I'm just gonna activate it to have you feel that beautiful. I know you already do, but to help stabilize it some. I'm gonna come down to your tummy, your sides. Just gonna work a little. I'm getting a beating, which indicates that you resonate and you trust and you feel. It's beautiful. I'm just gonna close up that. Just open up. Just your own little energy. Feel. How are you feeling, babe? Loads going to the head now. I'm gonna meet that. Ears. I'm gonna move the energy a little bit, so I'm gonna shift it first to one side and then the other. This can be very uncomfortable, but I'm right here. Just gonna shift it to the side. You can feel all the things that you don't want to meet. Okay, it's valid as part of your stress. I'm gonna move it to the other side, and this is all you wish you had. Still a valid part of stress. Goodbye. And just very slowly and very gently gonna come to your muscles, shoulders. Just very gently tap the beautiful healing muscles that you provided yourself. You got two, one on either side of where the spine meets the where the back meets the neck, so to speak. You got two beautiful healing centers that you put in yourself. I'm just gonna activate those a little bit. Spread it. Shoulder. Beautiful. Now I'm not gonna touch your auras. This because we have put in the process in your emotional body. So I want that to get to work by itself, its own pace, but to build you back up. And the last thing I'm gonna do is simply let you be you. Come back from my energy. And there comes thoughts that you haven't had. Emotion. Your mother. Let it come. It's okay. Just you grounding yourself. You have tried to please so many for so long that you've forgotten about yourself. Very common, as you know. Feel. I saw what you wrote. Thank you so much. How are you feeling? Because I can feel all the emotions that you haven't met for a while. It's almost like coming home, in a sense. No? It's beautiful. Haga, can I just say, I was taught. How was it? People. To people in school. Feel amazing. You feel the work you're doing. Feel possibly flowing. Suffering. Yeah, now things are flowing. Now emotion are coming up. Feel that. It's okay. And it's beautiful to see that you're also not. So I know you have support. But I also know that you miss these emotions. Okay. Truly. And I'm always here. So never hesitate to come to me if you feel you want. But I know you have support. But I'm always here no matter. Beautiful stream, beautiful people. I feel the same. So cute. And the elephant's right here. But I almost want to bring up those toy trains. It's beautiful when seeing that child inside you come back, and for you to remember your feelings and your emotions when you've been so concentrated on others. I hope you can also hear this music So beautiful. Hope you can hear it. But you missed it all stream. You hear the music? Guys? Oh, that's the last little thing coming up. Yeah, you did hear it. Goaty, hi. Hey, my friend, I'm sorry I'm not contacted yet. Welcome to our home. We are now home, so now you will hear from me. Thank you, P. How are you, Goaty? Yeah. I'm gonna come through in energy too. Yeah. It really is. So thank you. Is my microphone not picking up? Maybe I was just so moved. I was just coming through to give you a hug. And I said I saw the scared little shadow and it just moved me. Have you been able to hear what I've said before? Comfort and peace. Remember, you can always secure by touching your heart. It's just. And as an energy worker, you know, usually with your left hand, it all depends on how the energy flows within us. It's so interesting because I am being taught the Meriden Flush method, which is they're not too sure if it's Chinese or Japanese. Chinese method, a very old one of healing, and within it we learn these energetic channels next to our nerves and our blood vessels. We have this energy channels. Sorry, I have someone in chat, you can't see that, but who's asking me to help them because they're horny. Technically I could be doing, but I hope that we provide something for you in the way that we do. And thank you for being here. And since you are asking to not be alone, I hope you find some comfort in being here. Hi. So what I was saying was, it's so interesting because in this we are taught that the energy moves from one side to another, yin and yang, and it will move from, I think it was, right? From over our head and downwards on our right side and up, and up on our left side. And I feel, and members too feel the opposite. So it's quite interesting because we thought to the beginning when I spoke to my teacher about this, that I feel that, and I sat for many minutes trying to feel, can I feel the energetic flow the other direction? I just felt, no, it still flows this way for me. And it would make sense that it would flow this way because it is, gaining or taking with the right one and giving with the left, which is what we do in healing usually. We give with our left hand and we pick and receive with our right one. So it would make sense that we pick up the energy on the right side and it goes out on the left. But for me, I felt the opposite, and I sat for minutes trying to feel this, but then I just couldn't. I felt the same. So I was talking to my teacher, and we thought, well, maybe it's depending on who's fronting at the moment, if it's masculine or feminine, if it's me or my twin. But then I still felt the same when switching. And Bembe said he felt the same as well, so it's quite interesting. But it's so beautiful. It's really interesting and a beautiful thing. So we all are unique, we all work in different ways. And also what this study, or what I'm taught now, is that our chakras are spinning in different directions depending on if we are female or male. And so my question to my teacher was, does it depend on if the physical body is female or male, or does it depend on the mental body or the emotional body? And what happens if those don't connect? What happens if one of them is male and one is female? And what happens if we then were to transition our physical body? What would happen to the chakras? And these things are really interesting to discuss, I feel. And we're all female and male, we're all yin and yang in our own unique way. So I'm really looking forward to be meeting this energy and explore, and see what we can find. Why do you think that happens in my case? Well, first off, my teacher thought that it was depending on who's fronting. If it's the masculine or feminine energy, so if it's me or my twin. But then I just think we work in different ways. I just think the body is unique. And I think that is wonderful. Who knows? Maybe it has changed over the years. Maybe this was how it was. When this technique first was taught. Who knows? I would like to know myself. Very interesting. Yeah, it is. How does telepathy manifest in your case? Can you actually read someone's thoughts? Oh, wow. It depends, Aga. For me, it depends on it if it is personal. So, as the inner system, as with me and my twin, we share everything. It's just a clear channel between us. And I do the same with my clients, but the difference being, between me and my twin, we have this guide between us, helping to sort the thoughts and feelings and emotions into the different libraries, creating our identities, because we're still two separate individuals. When I work with my clients, it works the same way. We open up a frequency channel, I find your frequency, and we transmit between us. However, I do, in that case, work with my guides to make sure that the only information that is received, that I receive, is information that I can look at and see from a different perspective in this moment for your well-being. To go in and read someone else's thoughts is possible, but it would be manipulation in telepathy, manipulating telepathy. And that is something I want to stay as far away from as possible, and still not, because all is a circle. So the more we're afraid of it, the closer we get to it, unfortunately. But it is how it is. But when working with you and when working with clients, like I said, I could be doing all these things and we could be affecting each other and walking straight into each other's thoughts and feelings. It's cute again. Be careful with the candle, love. Kino, careful. Okay. But I do this with my guides. So the only information coming to me is the information that I then share with you in a way to help your well-being. Can the same happen with animals? Having telepathy with animals? Yes. Saga, we are animals. So the same thing can happen between species. Different types of animals. Yes. It can happen between energy, and energy is all. It's just frequency. Just as the way of sound waves, how you are hearing me right now, how your ears are picking up on the frequency to have you understand what I am transmitting. It's the same with thought. It's the same with feeling. It's the same because it's the same energy. And other types of animals, that's, for example, use this all the time. Yes. It's just reading, sharing, transmitting and receiving frequency, like we would do with a radio. But we're doing this with our brains, and not just our brains, but our whole body. And it comes natural because it's part of how we express ourselves, and we do it subconsciously, always. But we can also do it consciously, but we use it as much as we need to in our life. People are trying to construct this with technology right now. They're trying to create these chips that we can implement into our brains to create telepathy. We already have telepathy, but we have prioritized other things above it because of what has happened in society. But some people still use it, and some, we all read energy, we all breathe energy. We just do so in different ways, or we perceive as being doing it in different ways, depending on what resonates with us. In my case, I've been curious to find out if I actually can speak with animals through telepathy, because I always was attached to animals. A special connection with them, I would say. You can speak to nature itself, the cells of nature, like we spoke about before. Okay. So in the same way, you can definitely connect to animals, to other individuals. Yes. Just touch your heart and feel safe within yourself, and you can open up. Chat box on screen is getting cut off. Is it? Oh yeah, it is. I apologize. Not good. Thank you for letting me know. I did shift this around. Why is it doing that? It's not even following what I've said. Hang on. This is better. I apologize, guys. Thank you for letting me know. Yeah, I do. Thank you. Thank you, Pete. This is better, right? Gonna see if I can fix it here as well. It's so far up here. I don't know. Oh, I don't know what's going on. Let me. And then There it is. Okay, now it's all fixed. Thank you, Pete. I appreciate it. It's not something I've been truly aware it might be related with the barrier thing we talked about last time. Yeah, could be, definitely. I wonder why Shadow's doing this though, because I set it to start just by the edge, so right here, but it starts there. But it's fine now. Thank you, Pete. Paga, really, everything has to do with it. So just touch your heart and breathe within yourself. You will find yourself opening up more and more. Really believe that. So, guys, it's actually time for us to end. It's been a lovely stream, hasn't it? And thank you, Pete, for pointing it out at the end of the stream. Now it's fixed the next time, right? I'm gonna check. Yeah, about it. Today's stream was great. Yeah, it was wonderful. I'm gonna check. Do stay, guys, because maybe we have someone to raid. I think Luna is still streaming. I'm gonna have to see when I stream next, because I'm not sure. It all depends on how many clients I get. So streaming will unfortunately come second hand. Or second place. Second hand? Well, second place. But it's been absolutely lovely today. I don't want to go. But it's time for me to breathe a little. Been working all day. It's been absolutely wonderful. And it was an alright stream. Yeah, thank you, Emma. Love you too. Oh, love you so much, my friend. Yeah. I'm actually all switchy now just because you're here. Thank you, Kippy. The stream you spent more than 30 minutes in one. Yeah. Talk about that, Paga. I'm still very proud of you. How are you feeling? Is it all dizzy? Is it all dizzy? Or is it okay? And look at all these beautiful figurines. I love this setup. This is how we're gonna do it, you know? I really feel that. I love it. But I think Luna is still streaming, right? Maybe. We can raid her. I have to see. Check. What's it looking like? Yeah, she is streaming. We can raid her. Even with the best intention, we're doing better. We'll talk more about that tomorrow. Yeah. Okay. Thank you for a wonderful little stream. If anyone wants to reach me, you know where to find me on Discord. If you would like a personal process with me, as a friend, I'm always on Discord, and I have been taking clients for free for a long while. And I just have to say this, and it's an awful thing to end on, but it's also very human and something we need to talk about, is that I might not be able to do this anymore because of me being fully booked and this being my profession. So do get in contact with me. A space, a prize, and a way that we're all comfortable and safe with. But what is important for me is always gonna be, always has been, and is you and your well-being. So let's find something for us. if you feel you want to start a process. And you who are pending, you will be hearing from me very, very shortly. I'm home now. Thank you for love listening. Okay, I will be raiding Luna. So send bubbles her way. I will just be doing the credits and then we'll head over to Luna. Thank you so much for this lovely evening. Okay, love you. See you very, very soon. I love streaming too much. I'm gonna do this more often. From me and all the beautiful animals. See you soon. Yeah. Thank you for being here. Bye.
my legs, and then you hear a weird chime. It's because this is by my feet. So I'll move my feet sometimes to get it to go off. So that's a wind chime. But I have lots of chimes. There's a couple of chimes I don't ever get to play. I guess we're gonna just ring all my chimes really quick. I'll be back. I used to ring this one a lot. And that one hangs out by the window. So this is the rest of the room. So this is where my bowls are. The chimes in the bowls, and that's my money tree. And I got another plant in the window. You can't really see it though. You can't really see it, it's too bright. Anyway, and then Lou's little napping area is over there with the cat cam. But sorry, you guys kind of went for a ride. Move this back to normal. Perfect. But yeah, I used to ring that one a lot. And then I have this other one. So I have quite a few chimes. Hey Nico, welcome back. Sorry, I took you guys on a mini tour and started ringing all my chimes.
Do a little push for you to, because I know that you want to do this, but that you are uncertain. And you definitely take this as an affirmation, as a confirmation. A lot of people need healing now, indeed, they do. Or where's your mind? Sorry, he asked, where's your mind? And the protagonist would say, well, it's in here. And the mentor said, no. Well, it's my gut. Then he said, as you did, Pekka. No. Salsa, thank you so much for your kind donation. Can I just read what you said?